Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 12th of August 2020. So we're back again. This is the series where we go over the Shrine of Secrets in Dead by Daylight. There's 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks. We go over them, explain what they do, if they work with certain characters and things, and then I'll say if they're worth getting with shards, because honestly I tend to use shards on this mainly for DLC characters, just so I don't have to put real money or RXLs into getting the characters. It's better, I think, just to, you know, just get them from here. It's only 2,000 each, so it's not that bad. Pardon me. Oh, sorry about that. So we have 2 killer perks as usual and 2 survivor perks. We're going to start right now. First of all, we have Ace in the Hole, which is a Ace and Scotty perk. You know how I feel about these perks. They're okay, but I don't really like luck kind of things. But this one's good, I think. So basically, when you search your chest, there's a 100% chance that a very rare or lower add-on will be attached to it, which means obviously medkits can, you know, get like the faster healing thing, and toolboxes can get extra charge, things like that basically. There's a 10% chance of finding an add-on of uncommon rarity or lower. At tier 2, this goes to 25, I believe, and at tier 3 it's 50%. So there's literally a half chance that there will be, you know, something slightly better. And then when escaping, you keep any items that your items has. So this is pretty good. I like doing this mainly just for the add-ons, because again, you can get some really good ones. Combine this with like Plunderer's Instinct, obviously, and anything like that. Pharmacy, I guess, for a really good medkit. It's not too bad. Again, I'm not sure I would use a perk slot. I guess if like I was low on items or something, maybe in an anniversary event, I don't know. I'm not sure I would use a perk slot for this. But again, the add-ons, like the 50% chance of what uncommon rarity or better or lower, sorry, it's not that bad. So I'm not sure. But I know I wouldn't really use this too much. It's still good at what it does, but I'm not sure. I don't actually have this perk, so I can't really say too much about it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Not really worth it in my opinion. Next we have Leader, which is a Dwight perk. This one, it's kind of whatever. It's very streetwise like. Basically, you increase other survivors' healing, sabotage, unhooking, cleansing, opening gates, speeds, and chest search speed, sorry, by 15% when they are within an 8-meter range. This goes up to 20% at tier 2 and 25% at tier 3. Survivors can only be affected by 1 leader effect at a time, and this effect persists on the other survivors for 15 seconds once you've basically left that 8-meter range. So this one is okay. It's really good at, again, if you're on a hook, and also if you're just around people a lot, especially using Dwight's perks with this, because they have good synergy. They're all about using teammates and just being with people in general. So I think using this with Bond and Prove Myself by itself is really good and effective. The only thing I would say, obviously this effect does not apply to you, which again, I guess if you're doing like a teammate efficiency build, then this is fine, but I would personally use Streetwise because it's not the exact same thing. But it does at least apply to you as well. Survivors can only be affected by 1 effect at a time, which is fair enough. And also 15 seconds after you've left them is pretty good, I think. Again, that's faster cleansing, chest searching, exit gates, healing, anything like that. So it's good. I have used this a few times, and you can really see the effect of, especially when other people have it and you're affected by that. You can really feel the difference, and you do feel like you're doing things faster. But just because it doesn't apply to you, also 8-meter range, I guess it's not that bad, but I don't know. And I think I would rather use Streetwise than this, and also I think there's just better perks to help teammates and things, you know what I mean? But sorry as well if my nose feels blocked. I think it is. I got hay fever again, but I will try and not let it get the better of me. Next we have Overwhelming Presence, which is a Doctor perk, and this is another Terror Radius perk. I don't really like these perks. There's quite a few of them. There's like Distressing, Unnerving, things like that. I can't actually think. Thanatophobia, no, not Thanatophobia, Choleraphobia, sorry. there's just a lot of tier radius perks. I just don't really use them very much. I don't think they're that great. And this one especially, I don't feel like is very effective, I guess. Basically, survivors within your tier radius suffer from inefficiency, and their consumption rate of their items is increased by 80%. At tier 2, this is 90%, and at tier 3, this is 100%. Now, I'm pretty sure, I swear I remember a time where it used to be 90%, and then tier 2 was 95%, and then tier 3 was 100%. I can't remember though. I'm pretty sure that might have been a thing at some point. Unless I'm tripping, I don't know. But this is a Doctor Perk, and I have used this perk before because I've used the Adept Doctor, and I've also just tried to use it with builds, trying to like just annoy survivors and get their items gone, stuff like that, Franklins and everything. And to be honest, even at tier 3, I don't feel like this makes much of a difference. I feel like people just stop using their items whenever. I feel this is especially the case with toolboxes. Obviously healing, I think, you know, most survivors will just carry on healing just to get that health state. However, I feel with toolboxes, people just stop using them and just repair normally. Also, obviously, if the survivors don't have items, then you've just got a wasted perk slot because it doesn't have any other side effects. I was going to suggest, like, because I know some perks have like a side effects kind of thing to them, but this one literally just has consumption rates increased by 100%, which is good if they have an item and if they're using an item and if they're in your tier radius. Because again, another thing, they can just try and leave the tier radius, they can just run. So I feel like this is really bad. I would probably just rather use Unnerving, but even then I probably wouldn't even use that perk because I don't feel like that perk contributes that much. And if survivors don't have items, then you've got a perk slot which can't do anything for you and will not do anything with you for the rest of the game. So yeah. And finally we have Predator, which is a Wraith perk, and I know a lot of people hate on this one. I can see why, but I think this is really good for beginner players. I think Wraith was the first killer I actually ever leveled up. So this is really helpful for me, but I can see why like more experienced survivors stuff don't like this perk, because again, to them it feels like it won't do anything. But basically, survivors scratch marks will spawn slightly closer together. Now tier 2, I think this is moderately closer together, and then I think tier 3 is considerably closer together. So there's actually not a specific statistic for this. They just have slightly, moderately, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I know for a fact that is probably what it is, but apologies if I got that wrong. Wraith's perks I feel like are really good for beginners because you have a perk that helps find blood trails, this perk just helps scratch marks, and then a perk which helps you just see better in general. So I think if you're a beginner player, I'd also probably just say level up Wraith because he is one of the OGs, so you can just level him up with blood points. But I feel like this is really good for trying to learn survivors' movements and following the scratch marks, because again they spawn close together and it's very noticeable compared to if you play normally and you just have them on the ground and walls normally. I feel like it's very more noticeable when you're using this perk. Again, like obviously I wouldn't use this perk at all really unless I was doing Adept Wraith, which I got last year. Hashtag I'm a sweat. But I feel like the more experienced survivors won't really have a need for this one, so I can see why people hate on it. But I wouldn't hate on it like now, even like I'd say I'm maybe above average, maybe. I can still see the value in this perk, and I do think that newer players and trying to learn killer and everything is really good, especially when you get over teachable, because that means when you want to start learning a new killer, or just trying to get in some games and things like that, you can use this perk of that killer and still find the scratch marks. Again, I will kind of say sometimes if you're experienced, don't use this because it's kind of like a waste. But I guess also with Spirit, I would say, so I would mainly use this as a beginner, but if you are experienced, I would say use this on Spirit if you're learning Spirit, because it's very helpful. Spirit obviously can't see survivors, you can only see the scratch marks, not even blood trails, sorry. So this would be really good with her, but I think other than that, maybe Nurse, saying that no. So I really like this one. It's a shame people don't really like it and kind of hate on it a bit, but I see the value in it. So now we're going to go over which ones you should buy, and to be honest, again, these are all just characters you can just level up. I think the Doctor is DLC on PC. It's because console is free all the time. Most of them are free. I'm pretty sure you have to buy them on PC. I can't really remember. So for Survivor, I would say Ace in the Hole. I think Leader's really good with like teammates and everything, helping them do better and do things faster, especially things like exit gates really help because it can really, you know, save everyone a lot quicker and everything like that. I think Ace in the Hole's good for just being personal though, because you can get you can get items with really good add-ons if you don't want to like use blood points, or if you haven't got good add-ons yet. Yeah, so what's 100% chance that a very rare or low add-on will be attached to it, and then eventually it's like a 50% chance that an add-on of uncommon, rarity or lower is also on. And also you get to keep those add-ons if you escape the trial, so that's really good. So I feel like this perk is better for building up your inventory, getting add-ons and even just items. You can combine it with Plunderer's Instinct, Pharmacy, which means you get a really good medkit right off the bat. Just things like that, and again helping it for teammates as well. That's also a good point. If you've got teammates or survivor friends that need items, you can just open chests for them and then they can take the item of the really good stuff. I didn't even think about that. It's very effective actually. So I think Ace in the Hole is better just for like getting items. I think Leader is good, but I would rather use Streetwise because it's not exactly the same, but also that perk's effects also count to you, but Leader has it for everyone else but not you. So and then for Survivor, for Killer, sorry, I'm gonna say Predator because again, overwhelming. From my personal experience, I really don't see a difference. I feel like it's just a waste of a perk slot, to be honest. I would say rather use Unnerving Presence because again, while I don't like the Terror Radius perks, I feel like they're kind of flawed and they don't really contribute very much. I feel like Unnerving at least kind of can, you know, kind of sway the outcome of the game a bit more, make them lose progress a bit more, make them like on their toes a bit, good with stealth killers, I guess. Actually no, it doesn't work like that, does it? Never mind. So overwhelming, I just would not get this. Predator's good for beginners, even if you're slightly more experienced. If you're just trying to learn killer, become a killer man or something, learning scratch marks is very important because even now I get completely duped and I completely lose people and I'm like, where the hell did you go? Again, it's tier 3, it's considerably closer together. It's very noticeable, the difference. Also again with Spirit, like I said, it's very good at learning her, especially because she's a very complex killer. And I think using this perk, at least just to like practice a bit more, it sounds like a good idea. So I would say get Predator, get Ace in the Hole. I probably wouldn't worry about it too much though if you've only got like me, you've only got a few thousand shards. If you're very desperate, just wait. And again, you can just level up Wraith. Ace on PC, again, I'm pretty sure you have to buy that because I can't remember, because on consoles they're all just free and just there for you. With consoles at least, just level them up normally with blood points, doesn't take that long. I would say Predator is level 30, so that doesn't take that long, and then Ace is 40 I think, so yeah. But guys, that's going to be it for this Shrine review. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you found this useful. I will be live streaming this week, definitely probably on the weekend, because I've got a bit of free time and I thought I would stream a little bit. But yeah, so guys, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.